Good afternoon and welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E490, a 1962D Fed Reserve of Cleveland original roll. How is everybody doing today? We've got Frostbite here already. Welcome, Frostbite. We remember 9/11 24 years ago today. Wow, just unbelievable. Southern Coin Hunter, welcome. That it has been that long. Me and my son were talking this morning, and he's like, God, you realize that I was like 13 years old? And I says, I do realize. Kevin Hawthorne, welcome. Well, we're going to go ahead and open this roll. Got some people here. Shinbone, welcome to the show. Lots of RPMs for 62, a couple double die obverses and a couple double die reverses. No. Sister's birthday. Well, happy birthday to your sister. Make sure you relay a nice happy birthday from the Copper Coins family. Kinamine, welcome. DDO2, is that the big DDO? I'll have to take a peek at that real quick. And look at that, let's see. Wow, he put a bunch of stuff up. Nice. Let me see the double die. I guess they're not memorial sent, so I need to do shield sent, double dies. Oh yeah, beautiful. I love that one. I'm fortunate enough to have a couple copies of it already. I do want to see something here. All right, he did add some. Cool. Anyhow, we will get things rolling here with coin number 1. I took the enders in this roll. See what we can come across. We'll look at about the first 10 reverses. Then I'm only going to look if I don't notice that I've seen the die pair before. The FG is always a good pickup point. Ooh, we got some rolling machine or counting machine debris. Coin number 2, Carl. Yeah, they are nice. That's probably the nicest double die to happen in the last 25 years. Coin number 3, Paul Hampton. I will make sure and update Copper Coins listings to show the cross reference. Little ding on the mint mark on this. But yeah, 24 years ago today. Wow, how time has flown. I was just a youngster at that point in consideration now. Found 6 so far. Yeah, you're right in the heart of where they have been found. Like I say, I know they've been found in Louisiana. Now I know they've been found in Alabama. I can assume they'll be found in Mississippi if people are looking for them. But I know people that have found them in Georgia and South Carolina. So the chances are they'll make it to Florida too, but I haven't found any yet. Both examples I have, I bought one and one was given to me. Both different die states. So there are multiple die states out there. So the die was active for some period of time. Right? That's my problem, kid of mine, is I can still get, if I go to the one bank that I used to buy my rolls from, they're still giving out 2022s, 2021s. But where was everybody at when the planes were hijacked and hit the towers or the Pentagon? I was in my office working. It's when I had my coin business. And I was just working away, watching TV, drinking coffee. I dropped my kids off at school. And it happened. Dentist office, getting your teeth cleaned. Wow, you'll never forget that. You know, all the big things. I remember right where I was at, almost photographically. Walked into the Pepsi hub. How do you get rid of that green gunk? You can use, if you're talking about, see, this is green. It's not always green. Sometimes it's clear. Let's get a good blob of it. It's usually the lubricant, like right there. That will come off with acetone or xylene. The problem is you're going to have a bright spot underneath it. And if you do use acetone or xylene, don't trust that you can go to like Lowe's, because Lowe's sells both, and get them that don't have adjuncts in it, like dyes or scents, something to change it or make it a little more safe. You want 100% acetone, basically chemistry grade. Same with the xylene. But what you'll see is it'll say 100% acetone or 100% xylene, and then it'll be crystal clear. It won't be pink or light blue or anything like that. Oh, yeah, that's terrible. But yeah, it was a terrible thing. And now I've been watching some stuff coming up to it. They think there could have been 2 more planes that the hijacking didn't go as planned. So who knows? Somebody said that they were going to try to fly into the White House. They thought that there was actual credible chatter. And I want to say, I can't remember the flight, but it landed it never took off from JFK. They were on the runway and they were grounded. Just getting up. Husband called and told me to turn on the TV. Wow. Yeah, I remember. I was watching the Today Show and they were like, and it was weird. I saw the first plane hit because they were talking about the weather and how the day was starting and the sun was shining, and all of a sudden they had their cameras on the World Trade Towers. The plane hit. And then Bryant Gumbel come on, and there it was the rest of the day, the broadcast. My mom called immediately and said, "Are you watching TV?" And I says, "I sure am." She says, "You need to come over." I says, "Well, I got to finish working and I'll come over." And me and her and my dad watched it all morning long. Getting ready to go to bed. Oh, were you working nights or were you on the other side of the world? Coin number 11, Mark Thomas. Yesterday I had a great day. Took my wife out for her birthday. Third shift, all right. I never could work third shifts. I tried, and I can remember about 3 weeks in going into the foreman and saying, "You know, I just can't do this. I got to put my notice in to quit. I won't leave you hanging or anything." And he goes, "Well, you don't have to do that. You can just go work in days." And I go, "Well, why didn't you just put me on days to begin with?" And he says, "If we didn't hire everybody at night and weed out the bad people at night," he says, "everybody would want to be on days and we'd have to force people at night." And they did pay extra to work day or to work nights. Second shift, I didn't like it, but I could work. And then they just went to 2 shifts where I was at. And then if they needed more time, you just worked extra hours, and then the second shift would start late and work extra hours. Looks like a little lamination right there. Listening to the radio. Yeah, I can remember watching the president on the news when they told him about it, and you could just see on his face that he was very troubled with the news that he had received. Little die clash by the date. I will be doing the 61D roll probably Saturday. And I might do 2 rolls back to back. I do have a mystery roll on Monday. It's Tails Tails. I do know that it's either 60D, large date, small date, a mix, or 61D. The rolls that I got a lot of rolls from the same 4 banks, and the person must have went and got like maybe 10 rolls every month or so, I'm guessing, because I bought about 300 rolls from the guy, and they were all just like that. And it's weird because they're in different bank wrappers. And there's some that are mixed date, like the California Bank and the LA branch of Fed Reserve both have mixed date rolls. We're listening to the radio afterwards. Tell the president, yeah, I can remember. Like I say, I remember it well. I can remember the gas stations around my house literally gouging on gas. And after that, there was legislation passed that they couldn't do it anymore because the gas stations basically went from $1 a gallon to $4 a gallon, like while you were pumping. I fortunately had a full tank of gas, so I didn't have to worry about it. But I remember my neighbor really complaining about it. His work trucks all had to be gassed up every like 3 or 4 days because they were on the road. And there you go too. I can remember UPS having a fuel delivery surcharge. I think they did it around 2008 also, and them saying, we're going to take that off as soon as gas goes back down in price, and they never took it off. It just kind of disappeared and the rate stayed the same. Like everything else, nobody ever wants to give you money back when they know you're going to pay the price. Coin 21, Shinbone. Is everybody excited to see Copper Coins 2.0 come out? I know I am. I am looking forward to it. All the lawnmowers are out. This is like the first day in 2 weeks we haven't had rain. And I hear everybody's rider out right now. And they always wait until I start broadcasting. Get a drink and wet my whistle. Fighters patrolling the... Yeah. I remember all that stuff. Closed airspace. I think the airspace was closed for nearly 24 hours. Like the first time that had ever happened. Southern Coin Hunter. Ooh, he got a big old chunk of wax. That one is actually chipped off. I can kind of get that off. There's the original spot. When did you say your reveal? I'm not sure what you mean, Petraeus. I did schedule this about a half hour before I started. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get to it today. And then the next one will be a 61, and that I do believe will be tomorrow or Saturday about the same time as this, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I might do the third one right after it. And then the last reveal will be Monday before the reveal show. And the reveal show will be Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and there'll be a reveal around 5 o'clock Eastern. I hope that explains everything. No diver eggs. I was really hoping. There was a number 4 on this wrapper, and I was really hoping that we were going to find RPM number 4 in this roll. It didn't look like my writing, but somebody wrote them, and I had 3 other rolls like this. All right. All right, I hate that. My phone, whatever changed in the update on my iPhone, my autocorrect has lost its mind. I have absolutely no idea. And it does it. Like, I'll hit send, and then all of a sudden I'll see the words change. It's like it does it after I'm done typing. Like I was texting somebody, my dog is being put on medication for Cushing's starting tomorrow. And I was trying to tell somebody the name of the medication is Veterol. And I kept typing Veterol, and it kept changing it to Adderall. And it's like, I don't want Adderall. Just what I need on my text messages is me typing Adderall. Seeing this has been the die pair of the roll. You got that little die gouge right down here. I see that. I know I've seen it a lot in this roll. About 4 different die pairs in the roll. So yes, my phone has been pushing buttons for me too. And then in turn, it pushes my buttons and makes me want to throw it up against the wall. But I don't want to have to replace it, so I am lucky. I usually get about 6 to 8 years out of a telephone, and I'm only on year number 4 on this phone. Yeah, me too, Otis, and welcome. I didn't say hello. And anybody I didn't say hello to, I did mean to. I've just been sitting here gabbing about 9/11 and all sorts of stuff. This is the same as the first coin in the roll. Well, that's always good news, Petraeus. When they tell you not to come back for a year, that usually means you're doing pretty good. Do you have a history of heart problems? Well, look at that. Light bulb just burnt out in my room, and it is the 3rd light, the only one I have not replaced yet. Lately you have. That's not, I'm sorry to hear that. But fortunately, there is some good medications out, especially if it's rhythm problems and stuff like that. I know I went and had a calcium cardiac CT scan, and they put me on drugs for cholesterol, even though my cholesterol wasn't high. They wanted to make my blood thin, basically. Because I did have the beginnings of heart disease, of atherosclerosis. But, you know, here I was all worried when I got the results of this test, and I go see my doctor, and he says, heck, you're over 60. He says, everybody over 60's got some sort of heart disease cooking. He says, that's why people don't live to 200 years old. Well, not the only reason, but, I mean, we start failing. Have been sorting and working on coins. I got up to 220 sorted for, or 820 sorted for Chuck. So packages should be going out here in the next day or so. I will probably start packing, or at least going through, when I finish this next sheet of flip inserts. I am about halfway done. I still have a lot of coins in roll 813 and 814 to do. There is all sorts of different dice in those 2 rolls. Did add a couple listings today to copper coins. I have been trying to do a little bit more. I am going to try to do at least 10 or 15 a week, if not more. I had tasks that I had been doing for Chuck that he's not having me do for him anymore, so I am going to take that time and do work on the website for listings. Coin 38. You need out, Tilster? All right, I'll let you out. Oh. Go on. Coin 39. Rithy. So far, nada in this roll. Decent original roll. Does have the rolling machine wax on it. The 61D roll looks pretty nice. Transthoracic echocardiogram shows the pills are working. That's great. That's great. That is great news. Almost done with this roll, and looks like she's gonna be a dud. We went on a roll with 62 and 63 Ds, and it seems like lately we've been bust with them. I know I have been put on Ozempic for diabetes, and I gotta say, I like it. Have you sent my package yet? Oh, that would be Chuck, kid of mine. I am Eric, and I do not send those packages. That would be a package that Chuck will send. And he should have charged you shipping, so I don't think so. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of pills, Petraeus. Matter of fact, I might be able to look. Let me see. I might be able to tell if he shipped your packages or not. Let me see here if he's got it updated. JK, Kimberly, I don't see it here, so it must be on a different sheet that I don't have access to, but I thought I would check for you. Type 1 diabetes, wow. I know I was talking to my doctor, and he was saying that basically everybody on type 2 probably will eventually be on an Ozempic type drug. They definitely curb your appetite for sweets. No goodies yet, Dan. Been a dud. And like I said, I had hope because it had the number 4 written on the wrapper, and I was hoping, because all of the rolls, there was 4 in the box, and I've owned these rolls a long time, had number 4 put on them. So I'm just wondering if it meant there was 4 rolls, because there was 4 rolls, or there was RPM 4 in it. If I would have did it, I would have put RPM on the paper, and it wasn't my writing, but I was just hoping to open these up and find an RPM in them. Coin 46 for Sissy. Now there's a new die. I haven't seen this one yet. Got these funky die scratches through the date. There you go. I feel your pain. I'm waiting for a package too. And I don't know, the guy's kind of getting flaky on me. I'm wondering if he's not going to send it. I will be very upset if he doesn't. It's somebody I have dealt with for a long time. And now all of a sudden he kind of got flaky on me. I had made him an offer, which was basically gray sheet for some coins. And he said, now I'm going to take my chance at auction. And of course I bid on them, and I won some, and I won them below what I was going to pay for them, and I think he expected me to still pay gray sheet for them. I was like, well, why would I want to do that? Number one, I didn't get any of the real good stuff. I kind of got the junk. But I understand. Everybody wants to make the most of it. And I get that. So I don't fault him for that at all. But just say that. And then if I win it, then just sell it to me. Don't kind of get weird on me. I mean, it was your choice to do it like that. And that is the roll. This is tomorrow's roll. Looks nice too. The Bank of America roll. Could be Saturday. And I might also do the 72 roll also. But I hope to see everybody there. And I want to thank you for joining. I always have a blast hanging out with you guys. If I don't, I'm sure that I'll see you in the coin neighborhood. We'll talk to y'all later.